class niyangena class 36 days. Class yethu guys in a week sit around by 16 because of his space and he could demand Elena's license classes. So it's around 16 per week. But there are only $5.99 for courses. It's not online classes for it's not online classes. Online classes, but there are only $6.99 for your owner. So which means 700 rand, extra 100 rand. So for classes, it's Zoom classes, SSNs daily. But usually seasons are late because of
Awesome. I like the fact that they also have online classes for those who are working, so that when you knock off, you can still catch up. They are providing options, and that's a good thing, man. And also $700 is not that bad. It's a great investment. We have seen people who went to traffic department trying their luck 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, and not getting the results that they were looking for. It's very painful, especially when you hear a guy calling the girlfriend or a wife and delivering the sad news that, you know what, unfortunately it didn't go my way, and you will feel it, even if you are not part of his family, that they were actually looking forward to great results so that they can focus on other things. Because the more you're failing the same thing repeatedly, it takes away that excitement. It takes away, those expectations that, the partner is expecting from you. It takes away a lot of stuff, man. And somehow they start questioning your level of understanding. They start questioning your level of intelligence. Like, why is he failing it 4 or 5 times? What is wrong with this guy? Because somebody just said they pass it on the first attempt. We all know what it does. And unfortunately for others, it comes back to bite them in a relationship when they are having arguments. A partner is throwing that one out there that I wonder why you fail so many times, So investing in yourself, it's a greater thing. Never feel like you're wasting your money for investing in yourself. I remember when one of the greatest motivator was saying he have learned that working hard at your workspace, it's a good thing. You will have a good living. You will afford this, you will afford that. But working hard on yourself, you will make a fortune. Because people invest a lot of time and effort and everything to the workspace so that they can work their way up and end up being in those supervisor position, end up being managers. And sometimes it's a bit difficult, especially when you see them hiring somebody you don't even know to become a supervisor. And you have been working extremely hard for the past 7, 8, or 9 years. It's so painful. But if you work on yourself, that means your value just multiply. Now you are the person who is capable of doing this and that. You can work as a general worker and you can also drive. You can work in the storeroom and you can also do the paperwork. So now you are more valuable to the company rather than working on one thing at your workspace. So it's important to invest in yourself, and getting a driver's license is a great investment, simply because of there are certain employments or jobs that you're going to get whereby they will just say, we want somebody who can also drive. So you don't want to be in a position whereby you get a job but you don't have a driver's license. You're like, only if, And I always say, Learners, it's a great foundation. If you invest heavily, deep into the foundation, the structure that you're building is going to be solid. You will stand a chance against other people simply because of you understand things that they don't understand. You already put in the work. You understand things which are needed from you when you're driving as a driver. You're not going to panic based on what people are saying. You know that if you're driving, it's your responsibility. The owner of the vehicle doesn't have a right to tell you when to switch lanes, what to do this, when to do that. It's your responsibility because of their lives are in your hands. So if the owner of the vehicle feels like you're not driving the vehicle the way they want you to drive the vehicle, easy. You just park the vehicle. The owner should drive their own car simply because of you will be responsible if anything happens while you are driving that vehicle. When traffic officers stop you, they're not focusing on who is owning the vehicle. They're focusing on who is driving the vehicle. Can we please see your driver's license, sir? Can we see the driver's license, madam? So you give them the driver's license. Then the other things you will explain later if you have to explain. But if you have a driver's license and the car disc is on, up to date, everything is up to date, then they let you go without even asking if you own a car or maybe you have been borrowed that car. That means a driver has responsibility to make sure that they do the right things on the road. So yeah, man, it's a great investment. I wanted to give you that. I wanted to, also upload this video because of most people when they see me, talking about this institution, they're going to ask about, pricing, and also the fact that they do have, online classes. It's awesome. We have to give credit to people who are, giving back to the community, people who are, taking their time so that they can help because they're saving lives. We are in South Africa and we have seen so many fatal crashes. We have seen so many people, dying on our roads. We have seen so many people doing things that they were not supposed to do, while driving because of they skipped that part of, being educated about, rules of the road, about, road signs and also controls. And I appreciate you guys showing me love and support. Let me do more videos. Thank you.